can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't.
Well, literally, bro, I came up with a song, I Can't Breathe, but it took me a while before I could actually commit to writing it, right? It was one of those things that kind of grew in the spirit, you know what I'm saying? So Matthew hit me up and he was like, you know what, you need to do a song for I Can't Breathe. Because he called me on something else and I was perplexed about what all I was seeing. And he was like, yo, you need to put that in a song. And I was like, yo, I'm one that, not for capitalizing on people's, trauma and justice, certain issues. I'm not for that, you know what I'm saying? So it took me about 3 months before I actually sat down and wrote it. I had to pray about it. And when I actually started writing, you know what I'm saying? I was amazed to what came out. Because my prayer going into it, like, God, if it's for me to write a song, let it come naturally, you know what I'm saying? Let it be effortlessly. And that's what happened.
Vengeance is mine, says the Lord, that's for sure. I know it gets so hard to cope.
So I try to put the frustrations that we face or the sense of nothingness, like don't know what to actually put here or label it as, but in the midst of it, knowing that it is something that needs to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to put that in the beginning of me talking to God. I can't believe how they're killing us in these streets, you know what I'm saying? That aspect of it, but then tied it into an everyday walk, which is my testimony. That's why I brought in my son Dream. And how, when I look at Dream, I'm thinking about Trayvon, like, his dad will never be able to hold him no more. I don't want to have to raise my son and go through his adolescence and then he get taken too soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He probably did everything right. So that stuff, it kind of shook me, and that's why you can hear that kind of verbiage in my song.
You know what come next. They killing our children, we burning their buildings. When it feels
well, the issue was, as an influencer, and I feel like everybody who has a platform is an influencer. And you have the obligation to speak on what it is that you see in this time. So I was going through my phone and I was seeing people who were very hurt, broken, and bitter, and they were diving and going deeper in that spiral, I meant to say, of that anger. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, there's another outlook on this that people are not addressing. And that outlook is the outlook of Christ. Because in every situation you're facing, there's a power that's greater than me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I stopped to absorbing what's going on in this world and started to absorbing what's going on in my God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how it helped me to deal with what I was facing.
Cause I can't breathe.
I think Christians should respond to this issue and all issues the same way God would respond to it. The same way Christ responded to it. Like, what would Jesus do? That kind of mindset, that kind of attitude. So how would you think Jesus would respond to someone losing their life? You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, or the injustice that we see, because everybody had different emotions, and you'd be surprised to how many people at work feel like people were justified for losing their life. You know what I'm saying? And some people claim to be Christian, but still have standing on two different sides, you know what I'm saying? So, what would Jesus do? How would Jesus be responding to somebody losing their life prematurely? Is my reaction. And then by doing that, it helps me to deal with what it is I'm facing.
See, I got a son, and he just turned 1, reminiscing about young Trayvon Martin.
Right, exactly. So worship is essential came from my previous song, which is Glory and Honor. Pandemic. So throughout the pandemic, just focusing on, dang, it's been a while since I really got lost, you know what I'm saying, worshiping God and being focused, because I was going to church. It was no organ, there was no drum machine, you know what I'm saying? So because of that, it made me hone into saying that worship is essential, But then I found out how essential it really was going through those times where it's empty and you don't know how to do it. And I could connect with my worship to God to make sure I can understand where I am in this time.
Yeah. How as a black man have you personally dealt with a lot of these experiences that you felt third hand, or maybe firsthand, you know, in some cases, whether it be like in your adolescence or currently, you know, as an adult. How have you dealt with that?
It's kind of difficult because in America, you see this stuff on the news, or you can't escape it. It's on your phone. You can't escape it. It's on the text, group text with family, and then right after that, you have to go to work and act like nothing ain't happened, and deal with people who have different, you know, opinions about what happened, and hearing both sides is kind of difficult. I remember going to work and having to have like a round table almost at work, you know what I'm saying? Talking about what it is that occurred and hearing both sides of it. And kind of just hearing both sides, and it allows you to deal with where you are. It just brings more significance to your identity. So the way I deal with it is controlling my response, my reaction, and my turmoil going inside of me. If I could come out still unblemished from the issues and within the toxic, you know, trend that you see on your phone, I feel like I survived this and I become better from it.
Yeah. This song marks a very pivotal point in your your music career. How do you see this shaping the direction that you move forward in?
I think it's gonna shape me as an influencer even the more. But like matters like this, I be sensitive to touch them. I tiptoe around them. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to dive into them, because everybody's talking about them anyway. And if you tip the scale a little bit this way, a little bit that way, with too much of your own emotion, then you might lose somebody within Christianity altogether. You get what I'm saying? So I'm very sensitive when I walk into this. But now, this like helped me break the ice. It was my icebreaker moment. So now I can touch sensitive moments and still champion Christ and champion a lifestyle that I want to live, and then still be able to influence the people in spite of how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you for your time, and we can't wait for the world to hear the song, man.
Yes, sir. Love y'all.
I don't understand why they can't see why these people out here mad in these streets. And now you